Hi, welcome to my channel. I'm Lisa, and today I am talking about all of the products I used up in May. So I feel like this might be a bit of a boring empties because I feel like I used up a lot of boring products, but let's just see. First thing I grab is this Dr. Bronner's 18-in-1 Hemp Baby Unscented Pure Castile Soap. This is the 32 ounce, and I use this in place of what you would use Summer's Eve for. This is much better for you, much gentler. Doesn't throw off your pH. I love this and it lasts me about a year. I have repurchased. Next up, some Lumi acidified deodorant wipes. These are really nice. I use these especially in the warmer months if I work out and then I have to go like run an errand, or if I'm going from my office 9 to 5 to like my second job and I just feel like I need a little freshen up. These are perfect, and I will just put these in like my beach pool bag during the summer. You know, because it's hot. One candle empty. This is the Bath & Body Works Frosted Cranberry. Obviously a winter scent, but works for spring and summer. I feel like I would not repurchase this. I just feel like the scent throw on these Bath & Body Works candles has just not been there lately. And this was no exception. Didn't really smell it. Just not the same as it used to be. Probably won't repurchase. While we're on that topic, we have the Cozy Cashmere hand soap. This was a fine scent. Probably wouldn't repurchase. Would buy the foaming hand soaps though, obviously. This is Wisteria Garden. This was from the Bridgerton collection. I finally got to the Bridgerton collection part of my collection, and I'm loving all of the scents. I wish I picked up more when they were on sale because they are so nice and I know they're now gone. However, I'm also glad I didn't overbuy at the same time because, girl, you'll find soap you like. We have Sweet Cinnamon Pumpkin. These are not my kinds of scents. This was in my basement, and yeah, I just don't like pumpkin scents the majority of the time. I also don't love sweet bakery scents the majority of the time. Would not purchase this. Not really sure why I did. And then this is Together Weather, which smells like blushing breeze, sugared cardamom, and soft cedar. It was fine. It was kind of like one of those nothing scents. It was soap. The ones I'm using now, like I actively am like, oh, I like that. This was not like that. We then have 5 wallflower refills I have repurchased. I actually currently have one that I actively hate. It's the fresh watermelon scent. I think it smells rotten. I have it in my basement, and every time I walk down, I'm like, I hate it. I think it's also something I might have had or something similar when I lived in my first apartment at this marina. It was kind of like camping, like it wasn't insulated, it had a lot of bugs, and it always smelled kind of damp. And I think I had this scent of some sort in that, and it just reminds me of that, and I hate it. And I just feel like it doesn't mix well with the smell of basement, and like it's not going well. I might have to like unplug it and like get rid of it because I genuinely hate it. Let's do my one hair care empty. This is the Biolage All-in-One Intense Dry Shampoo. I loved this. This works wonders. This is the first like high-end, more expensive dry shampoo I've used in a very long time that I'm like, wow, that is better than Batiste. I only used this little one up this month because you don't need much, because it just does a really good job, and like there's no white cast, I don't think, and it doesn't feel like dry shampoo. Like I kind of got used to how Batiste feels in your hair. This isn't there. I would actually repurchase this because it is worth it, in my opinion. Like it is that good, and I am a Batiste bitch. Like that's the only one I've ever said was worth it. This is worth it. Next up, the Lumi Whole Body Deodorant Invisible Cream in Lavender Sage. I bought this because I knew my mom was getting me a bunch of Lumi products in my stocking, but I ran out right before Christmas and I was like, okay, wait, I like need something. So I picked this up in the travel size. This is such a gross scent. Oh my God. The Lavender Sage, it smells awful, and I know it's just how it mixes with my body and my pH or whatever, and I think it smells I don't know how to, like ammonia almost, like bad. It smells awful when it like, oh God, it doesn't smell like BO. Or maybe it kind of does. I don't even know. It just smells awful. And my mom says the same thing. My mom says this smells awful on her as well. I got through it just because I was like, hey, you have it, use it. Oh, oh, I like the whole body deodorant. I love the invisible cream. Like I don't love the packaging of these. I like the ones that like twist up out of the package and you don't have to touch it. But this scent, oh, oh, I've used a lot of the Lumi scents and that is the only one I've ever actively been like, ew. This was in my pan. This is the Ole Henriksen Truth Serum. I probably would not repurchase it at the moment. I just feel like vitamin C is not what my skin needs at the moment, so I just feel like didn't notice much with this. I like that it sinks into the skin. I like that I don't really feel it. The smell is nice, smells like oranges. I just don't think at this point I would repurchase it, but if ever in the future I'm interested in vitamin C, I would pick it up. This I will miss, and I am missing already. This is the Carez, that's the French side, Carez Poreless Skin Cream Santorini Grape. This smelled amazing. Like it smelled like fresh grapes in like the best way, which like I don't really think I ever remember being like, oh yes, grapes, but like gorgeous scent, which like I know fragrance is weird, but like this was really nice. It was really gentle. It sunk into my skin so nicely. I have oily skin. This was the greatest time of year to use it. I felt like my skin was moisturized, but it didn't sit and make me feel oily and gross. I love it. I miss it. I'm using the Kapari one right now, and oh my God, it's way too heavy, and I'm sure I'll like it when I get a sunburn, but like day to day, oh, it does not sink in. I miss this like crazy. I would repurchase this. I got this, that in the Batiste, this in the Batiste during the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty, half off. I would pay full price for this. This is my little mini Fresh Sugar Advanced Therapy. I dug out everything. This lived at my desk at home, and I would just kind of stick a finger in there, dig it out. I don't love the minis of these. They break pretty easily, which is why this sat at my desk and didn't go around with me because I find that they break. But I have owned full sizes of this, and I would buy another full size of this once I use up the mass amount of balms I already own. But this is a very nice one and probably one of my favorites as far as like actual chapstick and not like pots. Let's do my little fragrance minis. We have Kilian Princess. I really like this. This is gonna be hard because there are two that I really, really like from their holiday set where you can pick a full size. So I really like this one, and I really like Gucci Flora Gorgeous Magnolia, I believe, yes. Both of these, obviously this one is the better like use of the coupon because it's more expensive. This is 150, this is 110. This was originally pitched to me back like mid-December as Grown Up Wonderstruck by Taylor Swift. I almost bought it on the spot without smelling it, and then I found out it was in the set, and I was very excited. And at first I was kind of like, I don't get that vibe. I don't get that vibe. I don't really like it. It's kind of disappointing. I put the sample away for a couple months, used it this month, loved it. Absolutely loved it. This one, similar, but this one's warmer. It feels more like a hug. This is very like fruity floral. This a little bit more sophisticated for sure. Struggling. Don't know which one of these. Both of them are going on my wish list. I don't need a new perfume. However, you know, I'm gonna use the little coupon, obviously. Not sure which one. Leaning toward the Gucci, but the Kilian is gorgeous. And I love both of these a lot. Some other ones, we have Missing Person by Fleur. I've had this one before. It's just okay. It's nothing I would actually buy. This is Juliet Has a Gun, Not a Perfume. I prefer the pear version of this rather than the original. The original, just okay. And this is Fenty. Yeah, just Fenty. This is very different. I got a lot of comments on it. Not exactly compliments. Comments on how unusual it smelled. It just doesn't smell like me. It's a lot warmer, muskier, and I just wouldn't pay for it, really. I feel like I wouldn't reach for it. It's not bad, though. The one I don't like is the one that I still have a little bit left of, and it's Charlotte Tilbury More Sex. I don't like, I actively don't like that one. The Fenty one, it just isn't my vibe. 2 makeup empties, both of which are eyebrows. This was in my pan. This is the Benefit Brow, and I didn't think I was ever going to use a brow pomade again. However, I kind of miss it. I've started using a thicker pencil, and I miss the precision and the control I have with this. Because I'm using a brush, it's a lot thinner. I can kind of control how much pigment I'm putting and where. And so I would be open to buying this again. This lasted literally forever though, and like at the end was drying out constantly. So not currently in the market for a brow product, but I'm open to it. And then this is the Glossier Boy Brow in Blonde. It's fine, but I prefer the Benefit tinted brow gel that I've been using over this one. This one, like all the tones are different. This one's a little deeper. And I know this was like cult following favorite, but it's just okay. Like it doesn't do anything super special in my opinion. Like I know like the bushy brow thing was like what this was made for, and it's just fine. It's not my favorite. I definitely prefer the Benefit one I currently have. Probably would not purchase this again. And then there are 2 products that I will be decluttering. The first being this MAC Locked Kiss lipstick in Sophistry. So this was on the chopping block in April as a possible declutter. And yeah, it's just really dry, like very, very, very dry. And I just feel like this is not something I want to wear out of the house. I used to be a girl that could wear super, super matte and I'd wear it all night and I loved that. Now, it's just not my vibe and it's just too much and I'm not going to reach for it. I'm not going to reapply it. It just sucks the life out of my lips. Gonna pass it on. And then this hurts me. This is the Crepe Erase Anti-Aging Hand Repair Treatment Cream. I loved this. I got this in an advent calendar a few years ago. I think it was the QVC Beauty one. This was amazing. It sunk in like no other hand cream I'd ever had. It kept my hands hydrated. I loved it so much. I had it in my nightstand forever, but I wasn't reaching for it and I was using hand cream at work more. So I brought this to work and I just realized it's old. Its smell is weird and it started to dry out my hands. It started to do the opposite of what it was supposed to do. And I just knew I was like, this is expired. It's gotta go. I can't look past it like I can with some products. So unfortunately, this is getting decluttered and I hate that. So those are all of the products that I used up in the month of May and or decluttered. It was one of those months where it was a lot of Bath & Body Works products. It's just the way the cycle works. I definitely feel like it was a fine amount of products, but I'm hoping next month is more exciting at least, but we will see. Let me know down below what you've used up recently and what you've loved or what you've hated. That's good too. Comment, like, subscribe, all the normal stuff, and I will see you guys again really soon. Bye.